Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jessup Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey guys, I caught up with Coach Sweeney before the game. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Noles ready to kick it away first. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. For this one, the booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll run it. He's got enough, and he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again. Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good, strong tackle. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Snap from the gun on third down. They're all over him. He's going to fire to the left. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well,
got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Smith takes the handoff. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Right side, it's Thurman. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line, making the adjustment on the play. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Raiola to throw. Unleashes one deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Raiola throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Man, really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They'll go to the air. Out wide right, it's Burrows.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you don't. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Trying to burn this defensive back. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. The give is to Smith. Oh, he's got some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Noles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing Raiola. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. Pulls it in. Down he goes. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. Trying to convert the 3rd down. Here's Raiola. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Booster!
4th down, Raiola. Rush right in his face. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The handoff to Johnson, fighting off the defender. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Got to make the play on fourth. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Raiola to throw. Right side, it's Watson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Trying to squeak through the pile. And he's in! Touchdown, Seminoles! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson.
Into the secondary on the right. The tag. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got...
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for room. It's Davidson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They give it back to him. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Doak. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. Unleashes one. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Turning it on. The 40. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown, Florida State. The defense putting points on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. On the return, it's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time for a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Drives inside. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Noles!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point was good. Bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the ground, it's Davidson. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, 2nd down, clock's running.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Great job by the defense, though. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Smith takes the handoff. All over him immediately. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Raiola to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on 3rd down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Man, that is such great third.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. Rifles it down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. First play of this drive. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Takes a hit as he fires. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Wide receiver going in motion. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Throws it deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. question, how aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 15 team, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Scarlet Knights with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Pac-12.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead.
Ernie on the Jets. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. Throws to the tight end. Gets rid of it.
Today, it's not been easy throwing the ball. You got to give this defense credit because on the back end, they have been there. They have been in the hip pocket of these receivers, making completions very, very difficult to come by. That time, 2 guys go up for it, and the defense wins again.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. This time it's complete.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him somewhat.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming in.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. Out wide right, it's Moore. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And the Seminoles have taken it inside the 20.
Here we go. Ready. Go, go.
Working the ground game. Stop right there. They are in danger of squandering this great field position unless they can convert this 3rd and 5.
Over.
Gets the back moving.
Flat. Move. Flat. Booster. There you go.
They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Unleashes to the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
It's a running room. Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll give it to him again. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's looking to pass. Under pressure. Just gets rid of that one.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Looking for more room. The 30, at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Seminoles. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
That's a first down for the offense.
Drops back on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Offense set on 1st down.
1852 Soldier. 1852 Soldier. Where did he go?
Straight ahead, it's Davidson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game anymore because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throwing right. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And that is a big big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Raiola. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it down the left side. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers.
Booster. Move. Level.
Moving the pocket, it's Raiola. Shoots it to the left. Caught, it's Thurman. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Seminoles in the hurry-up.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the pill.
Throwing Raiola. Looking to the end zone. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Second down to the air. Finds his man down the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Going for the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Look out! Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
The Knowles come to the line in the hurry-up. Watson again. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Raiola from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the back. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Here's Raiola to throw. Lets it fly. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
14.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And the returner will be knocked down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
They'll ride the hot hand. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Hits inside. It's Davidson. Pulled to the ground. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Right side, it's Westcott. Breaks into the open. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Rush is on. Makes the grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Clemson is quick to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, that's when it's probably over. The corners are walked up tight. Snapped on 4th down. They're all over him. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
You just can't say enough about how this defense has played today. They came in here, David, as the underdog. They wanted to prove everybody wrong. They got turnovers today, and they get a massive stop at the end of the game when they need it most. Just can't say enough about the D.
Man, they were the underdogs, but this defense, they thought they could play fast. They thought they could cause some havoc, and they did. And how about this at the end of the game? When you needed it the most, they called game. They got the big stop, came up crucial in crucial moments.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Season Alley. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.